Took a big quake again in the South Atlantic, couple there the last 2 weeks, also brought echo activity to the north in the Americas. We also saw a number of shallow rumbles in Vanuatu, surely more than expected without getting a bigger one. The blot echoes to the west of them have atmospheric signals as well, 4 tropical strength systems with the westernmost low charging India today. Eyes on them and their combination with the subterranean signals. Quick mention again of Zimbabwe as one of the worst droughts in modern human history continues and is transforming the region that usually has some streams and regular precipitation even in its drier times. We need to hit the U.S. in the outlook. While frigid cold air sneaks southward from the Arctic, the convergence at its southern reach has major storm potential tonight. Eyes open in the central states. On now to TESS. The next generation exoplanet imager has completed its first run at the southern sky. From its constant coverage area near the Large Magellanic Cloud, around the southern hemisphere, a number of new exoplanets have been confirmed, with dozens more awaiting confirmation observations from other craft and satellites. It has now flipped around and will begin to do the same for the northern celestial hemisphere. Interesting paper out about a 21,000-year cycle tying southern winds to Antarctic conditions. What is interesting is they blame axial precession for the cycle, but that's actually closer to 26,000 years. But if you add in the apsidal precession as well, the combined cycle can be just under 21,000 years. People always seem to miss that one when considering eccentricity, obliquity, and precession. Up next, a look at what should be retitled to reflect its examination of the past, indeed, is looking for the last few stellar encounters with our solar system. The most notable, the last one, the genesis of the Nibiru stories, when 70,000 years ago, Shoal's star red binary system crossed into ours. It was so terrifying that any disaster afterwards was blamed on a return of the gods. While it is a few light years distance now and moving away, scientists have indeed looked at upcoming stellar encounters, saying the next one is a bit over 1,000,000 years away. And here's the approach view from it. But this has always been intellectually unsatisfying to me. They continue to discover new, small dwarfs, some just a few light years away and so cool they are hard to see. And when we look back in this new paper at just the last few, kind of appears the frequency of these events is much more than every 1,000,000 years or so. Still, nothing inside the heliosphere today. It would already be throwing plasma formations in the solar wind electric field, which is one of the ways we'll know it's happening. But someday. Last but not least, folks, White House Science Advisor is conducting a listening tour, mostly focused on how to protect U.S. science from foreign theft or interference, but with the other protections needed for our science and beyond, I think it would be nice to chat with him. I have linked his Twitter below, and it would be great to get a respectful and polite group request that he gives us a few minutes of his time. I recommend you mention the 435,000 person collective, the success in geo, astro, and cosmological physics, and that he should contact me at ben@observatoryproject.com.